Hey guys, this is GameStar BGC, and today we're going to be looking at an incredible defensive core that can basically win you every game you play, if you play it well enough. But before we get into it, I just want to mention that if you like and subscribe, that would be incredible. And I have a YouTube poll where I ask questions about which ones you guys want me to do guides on next. So leave a comment down below with suggestions, and let's get right into it. So we have Ting and Wo Chain. These two are a really good duo because the Vessel Rune reduces special attack, this reduces physical attack. You have a really high special defense with the chain, you have a really high physical defense, and you get the Assault Vest boost and Vessel Rune boost with Ting Lu. So these two are a really good duo because Ting Lu essentially can't die. Wo Chain heals itself with Leech Seed and heals Ting Lu with Pollen Puff. So essentially, if you are able to play it right and get the first few leech seeds up and stuff, you can just crush things. Now, I'm going to start with Ting Lu, and then we're going to go into the rest. So, we have Heavy Slam. The idea is, because you're so heavy and it's a steel-type move, you're one-shotting Fluttermane, and as you Terra Poison, you're not dying to anything, even critical. You're not dying to Fluttermane, Terra Fairy, Moonblast with Choice X and Max Special Attack, critical hits. You don't die to that anyway, but, yeah, well, you do die to the critical hit because even through the Assault Vest and Vessel Rune because you are weak to it. But if you Terra Poison, you're not dying to like any of the fairy moves that normally hit you be super effective. And then you have Stomping Tantrum, mostly to hit Chiyus and other fire types like Arcanine, but it is a really helpful move. Then you have Throat Chop, as your physical dark move, because this thing's attack is good. Like it's a 110 base attack. So if you invest into it, you're doing very good damage. And that ensures that you one-shot lanes that aren't sash with Heavy Slam. And then as I said, you have Pollen Puff, you have Leech Seed, Foul Play to 3-shot Iron Hands. And just hit other things that are weak to dark, like Annihilate, just dies to Foul Play most of the time. And by the way, the Talents of Rune Boost does not reduce their actual attack stats. It just makes it so that they take the actual damage they do is lowered. It doesn't reduce their actual stat. So it doesn't activate Defiant Pokemon. So you are able to one-shot Annihilate with Foul Play. You have Protect to stall out with Leech Seed. You got Leftovers because watching at max HP is actually is optimal for Leftovers because it can be divided by 16. And then we have Gothitelle. Oh, by the way, you have Terra Poison on Ting Lu because it covers for all your weaknesses. You have Terra Water on Mojang to beat Torkoals. You have Terra Water on Gothitelle to beat Torkoals. The idea is to pair this with Mojang. You're able to heal each other with Pollen Puff and Heal Pulse. You are able to do decent damage with Psychic, but these things essentially exist forever. And this doesn't care about intimidates because it's able to just kill things with Foul Play. And because Foul Play doesn't use your stat, you can feel free to invest a bit into special attack, like I did, to increase the pollen puff damage. And by the way, these spreads are all in the description below. They're not like hard and true spreads for the format. They're not EV to live stuff. They're just what is essentially optimal right now before the formatting starts. Then you got Fake Out on this. You got Psychic, Heal Pulse, and Protect. Heal Pulse pairs really well with Pollen Buff because you're able to get double healing off. You got Citrus Berry, Terra Water. This is essentially this is the same exact set that Wolf UGC used to win Orlando Regionals, just not on Orlando Regional team. And then you have Paris Trap on this. You have Paris Sung plus that, and you have Sash on Fluttermane. The idea is just do decent damage with Shadow Ball and Moonblast. You have Protect, you have Sash, you have Terra Grass. Terra Grass to beat Amoongus because I feel like Amoongus is very, very common. And by the way, Wochain can actually it's not optimal, but if you need to, because you need it for something else on the team, Wochain can be swapped for Amoongus. And if you have Ting Lu, Amoongus, Gothitelle, and Fluttermane, you generally want to add Arcanine, because it provides Intimidate support like Wochain provides Tablet of Ruin support. So, on certain teams, I just have, like, Arcanine, not Arctibests, anyway. And then you also can put Dundos on the team without Toxigiri. If you want to change it, you can put Fissure on Ting Lu, and then you can just have Dundozo spam Fissure. Check out my other video to see how that works and just how it destroys things because they're so bulky. So, yeah. Um, Make sure to drop a like down below on this video, and thank you for watching.